Hey there, folks. So maybe you've outsourced payroll, and that's amazing because then you don't have to worry about the tax payments being made, hopefully, and the quarterly reports should be correct. But it means that we don't have to have as much pressure on our bookkeeper to get those deadlines of getting the payrolls done on time, and then the tax payment deadlines, the quarterly deadlines, all of that. But there are still some things that you need to make sure you do when you outsource payroll. And too often people do not do these tasks. And then it's a real pain in January, February, when we're trying to get ready for tax prep to collect all the information. So here's what you should be doing. Number one, you should be downloading a payroll journal or payroll summary. That report per payroll is going to show the number of hours you paid for your employee, what their gross wages were, what the deductions were, and what all the taxes are. And so we want those documents. Normally you're collecting those documents anyway because you use those documents to enter information into your accounting software for payroll. I know that all of the payroll providers say they can import payroll. It is a bad idea in most cases to allow those imports to occur. None of them get it quite right. And if you don't really care what your payroll looks like on your P&L, go ahead and import. But for most of us that actually are trying to do decent managerial accounting and we really care about the dollars flowing to the right accounts, it is really better for us to have an entry that we create ourselves that we put into our accounting software. So the first thing you need is that payroll journal, or also called payroll summary. The next thing you're going to collect, this is report number 2, on a quarterly basis. When those quarterly reports are done for the federal and state, you should be downloading them as soon as they're ready. So the next thing you want is quarterly reports. Those should be downloaded every single quarter, and make sure that you are doing that. If you end up switching payroll service providers mid-year, I've had this happen with clients. They switched payroll service providers. They never downloaded all the information from the last provider, and now they're with a new provider, and it's tax season, and they don't have access to the records they need. And then they have to contact the old provider and email requests and wait for documents. It just takes time and energy, and we shouldn't be in that position to start with, because after every quarter, we usually send out announcements saying, hey, quarterlies are coming up. That should be your prompt to go out and get your quarterly reports as they're being created. Annually, at the end of the year, you want to create a payroll journal, payroll summary that's for the entire year that gives us the totals. So these are going to be your annual reports you're going to collect. The annual reports are going to be an annual payroll journal or summary showing the totals, total employer taxes, total wages paid out. You're also going to collect up your W-2s, W-3s. You're going to collect up your 940, which is a federal annual return. And then most states have some sort of reconciliation annual return. You're going to grab that too. All of that stuff is usually due in the last day of January. So you should have something in your day planner that says in early February, you're going to go out and grab all these documents as well. By grabbing all these documents real time, grabbing the payroll reports after payroll, grabbing all the quarterlies after the quarter, and grabbing all the annuals after the annual processing is done, will ensure that you have all the documents you need saved in your system, and you're not relying on these third-party payroll services to go out and grab data later. Have a good day.